Philadelphia Eagles fans, and hello NFL fans to championship weekend here in Philadelphia. But this week, our birds welcome the Minnesota Vikings to play for the opportunity to advance to Super Bowl 52. I absolutely love this time of the season like this. This is flat out beautiful in my city of Philadelphia, down here, Center City. Our team has injected a level of energy I haven't seen in this city in quite some time. And I wish all of you guys have come down here and just seeing what it's been like in the past few days. Not just after winning the NFC East, but after beating the Atlanta Falcons on Saturday night, 15-10. Because you see something different. This is my little version of heaven where people are happy. People are walking down the street with a different kind of strut. See old women with Eagles hats on just pumping their fists. You could be at the market and high-fiving random people saying "Go Birds" and engaging each other and being positive and encouraging one another, because we know that we're close to doing something special, something that the average fan didn't believe was possible. And of course, for obvious reasons, everybody wants to be associated with the winner. Everybody wants to be associated with a champion. But when it's this close, it's no longer we're talking in week 5 or week 6. We're not even just getting a bid into the playoffs, but we're one game away, one victory away from the ultimate prize. It becomes that much more real because it's right there in our face, and we have the opportunity, the best opportunity we can ask for right now to go get it. And that's coming against the Minnesota Vikings. I think by now, I said a little bit of this last week, but this week it gets even more real. If not by now you don't believe, then I guess you're just not going to, and that's okay for you. It's just not how I'm gonna roll, and not how my Philadelphians roll down here in the city. So we invite the Minnesota Vikings here, and I'll tell you what, our teams are matched up, in my belief, in our favor. Slight edge for my team. Of course, I'm going to be biased because this is my city, my team, my hope that we win the whole thing. But I also truly believe that as a football fan. I'm going to tell you why. Go Birds. That's right. See? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. People on the side want to engage and go Birds all day. But I'm going to give you specific reasons why I think my Birds are going to do it this week on Sunday night, 6:40 at the Linc. First of all, we've proven it all season long. With all the different obstacles that we had to overcome, we just flat out did it, made no excuses. But with what we have this week, who we have starting at quarterback, who we have offense, defense, special teams, and who we have the game plan against, what our coaches have to do and what they've done in the past, this is what I think. Good morning. Oh, that's Soul? Nice. What team is that?
Minnesota United FC.
Minnesota's in the house. Can I get a go Minnesota? Go represent your team. That's Minnesota here in Philadelphia, here to support. Good job, guys. Oh, gosh. So yeah, we'll even invite in Minnesota Vikings fans with warm hearts, warm hugs. Just if you're a Minnesota fan coming down to the game today, or this weekend, don't come down here talking trash. This is the wrong place to be angry. Be a good fan, and you'll be fine down here. Talk trash. Sorry, I can't vouch for what my fellow Eagles fans are gonna do. But back to the game. So our teams are matched up very close. We both have pretty good wide receivers, go-to tight ends, tough defense. Defense wins championships. Not to mention a quarterback that we simply want to manage the game and not make a lot of mistakes. but not necessarily the type of quarterback that's going to put the entire team on their back like a Tom Brady or Drew Brees or an Aaron Rodgers, but quarterbacks that have been very successful when the coaches game plan appropriately, doing what they need to do for their teams to get to this point. But I think our Eagles are matched up very well against Minnesota. Special teams, in my opinion, is somewhat of a wash. I think Watt versus Jake Elliott is going to be a pretty decent matchup. I think for our Jake Elliott, flat out just can't make some pretty big mistakes where we can't miss extra points. They almost came up pretty huge because at the end of the game last week, it was 12-10. Atlanta's kicking the field goal to win instead of trying to score a touchdown. So Jake Elliott, we can't miss any extra points. But at the same time, this is the same kind of kicker that can kick 61-yard field goals to win a game, or 53-yard or beyond, and be clutch. From our defensive standpoint, our defenses match up very, very well. Where Minnesota's really, really good in the secondary, with especially Xavier Rhodes. And Kendricks, the brother of our Michael Kendricks, playing middle linebacker. The guy can run, the guy can cover, the guy can tackle. And then they have a pretty good defense line, but on our side, our defense line is our strength with Fletcher Cox, Tim Jernigan, Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham, Chris Long. I mean, these are just some of all the team that we're going to be putting on the field and getting after Case Keenum. Our linebackers are taking a hit this year with Jordan Hicks being out. And Ellery coming in, Nigel Bradham, Michael Kendricks, they've been playing very, very well. And our corners, yeah, it seems like they've been suspect, but you know what? This is the same secondary that held the Atlanta offense to 10 points, and 10 points only came off a turnover. But then our offense, this is where I think the difference is. I believe our offense is more dynamic than theirs. Maybe it's a function of me being from Philadelphia and being down here and seeing how our team plays, so I know more of our team than theirs. But I think if you take all the pieces, the Zach Ertz, the Alshon Jeffrey, the LeGarrette Blount, the Jay Ajayi, the Nelson Aguilar, I think we got something. Woo! Go Birds, baby! Woo! That's right, baby. See, a busload of people here in Philadelphia, here to support our team, and that's how we work. Woo! They might think I'm crazy, I don't care. That's how we roll. But like I told you last week, I think part of the key of the game, and you saw it, jet sweep with Nelson Aguilar, where he came around the outside behind the offensive line, and we pitched to him, and that set up a very big touchdown that we needed to win. I think this week we do more of the same, but let me explain to you what I would exactly like to see from my Birds this week. I would love to see multiple backs in the backfield. Not just Jay Ajayi or LeGarrette Blount to run tough, but Corey Clement in the back as well. I like to see them both together. I'm going to tell you why. Atlanta's defense is pretty good. I mean, they got to the Super Bowl last year, so there's nothing to laugh at. We have to keep them off balance, okay? And if we have two running backs in the backfield, especially one with power and one with speed, one that's a little bit set up more for north-south running, one more set up for running the dish off, the dumps off into the side and screen passes, along with running jet sweep and Nelson Aguilar, that causes for their strong front seven to have to stay where they're at, because they have no idea what's going to come out of the backfield. And once again, all we're trying to do is make that safety come down inside the box, so kind of like we did in the third quarter, and it seemed like Nick Foles finally realized that he had something in Alshon Jeffrey. You have a one-on-one, and then we can exploit it all day long, because that will be a mismatch for us. I don't care who we're going up against. And then just like last week, because we can game plan like this, and Doug Peterson has done a great job all season long making adjustments, the adjustments we need to win. We haven't had time management issues. We haven't had clock issues, nothing like that. Woo! The final piece of what's making this week so special for our Philadelphia Eagles is home field advantage. Home field advantage is what we do this all for. This is the difference, I believe, the major difference that I believe is going to put us over the top and allow for our team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl this year. Being at the Atlanta game, being down in the tunnel was an awesome experience. But what was even better than that, I always pride myself on being the loudest person in a stadium, the loudest person in a section, and leading the charge and leading the cheers and encouraging our team to do the best we possibly can. But I have to be honest with this. In section 201 last week and the ones that are next to us, I wasn't the loudest fan. I was just one of thousands in that stadium rooting on our Eagles. Not just rooting us on, but making it impossible for Matt Bryant to even hear, to have to call the timeouts, to have to be confused, and ultimately not being able to do enough to win. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what I love this all about. We have every excuse in the world to encourage each other. We have every excuse in the world to be nuts now. We have every excuse in the world to go all in because we're that close. We're that close to doing what I set out and said we're going to do at the beginning of the season, and now it's becoming a reality. So now this week, it's our responsibility as the fan to come out strong, to come out loud, come out with heart, come out with passion, encourage our team, and make it impossible for the Minnesota Vikings to get a win here in Philadelphia. And that's what we do this thing for. That's what we have home field advantage for. And that's what I think we're going to do this week when we have the NFC Championship game here in Philadelphia. So this week, it's our team, it's our time, it's our responsibility as fans to bring the pain, bring the noise, bring the energy to Lincoln Financial Field. And hopefully, our birds end the game being called champions. You like that? Champions. Champions of the NFC and represent our city, represent our team in this year's Super Bowl.
Eagles, baby!
Eagles, baby! Let's do this!
Let's go!
Go Birds! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
You heard us, baby!
Go Birds, baby!